and welcome to Add More Zest. My name's Rebecca, also known as 4Kids at 147. So if anybody commented on I think it was my kitting up video of on the last day from Diamond Art Studio, I did ask you to say how far you think I would get on it during June Waffle. This is the answer. This was one diamond painting session. I think June Waffle, all the diamond painting I have done has been June Waffle. So you will probably be seeing quite a bit of this over time. I do have a lot of June Waffle comments to get through. I am hoping to do some longer WIP and waffles throughout the next few months. So July, August, at this rate quite possibly September too. Today probably won't be one of them, primarily because it is the Saturday before this waffle goes up, and I normally try and film through the week. Sorry, I'm also hunting for this symbol. There it is. Couldn't find my little arrow symbol because of course I've not looked at this for what feels like a month. Yeah, it probably won't be today. This is the Saturday before the video goes up. It is launch weekend, so I have still to do launch prep, which will probably be the bulk of my day tomorrow. The launch weekend is sort of the only weekend that I don't get off from work as such, because it just means I can get the orders out quicker come Monday. So yeah, I just don't have as much time. It is 8 o'clock. Just gone 8 o'clock. I got in from being out today. Caris and I, our nail lady, has been on holiday, and we weren't due to get our nails done until next week, which would have been 5 weeks. And for anybody that gets their nails done knows that that is quite a while for them to grow out. They were getting just that bit too long, starting to drive me a little bit batty. But other than that, still look good. You know, there was no chips or anything like that was a problem. It was literally just the length of them. And yeah, she had a cancellation for this morning at 10 o'clock. But we were already also booked in with our lady to get our eyebrows done in the afternoon. They're both in the same place. So yeah, so we spent a couple of hours around our sort of town centre, nipped a couple of shops for more of a little browse than we needed anything, and also had some lunch, which was nice. But yeah, by the time we got home, it's like we'd been out all day, because we had been out for the bulk of the day. So once we finally got home, I have just collapsed on the couch for a couple of hours. Yeah, too much doing and being and talking. So yeah, I've decided at 8 o'clock that I am going to come and do a WIP and waffle for tomorrow. It was undecided whether I would get a WIP and waffle that you're now watching up, just because it's been crazy busy prepping for launch. All the diamond dust drills has taken me a lot of time to get ready for launch. Yeah, so that sort of sapped my last couple of weeks. Next week will be busy with the last of sort of Advent prep. We are waiting on one item to arrive because it was incorrect. So we're waiting on a correction item to arrive, and then we'll be able to start shipping, which will be amazing. So yeah, busy few weeks to come, but I am hoping to be able to carve out that time to get my videos done in the week and get some extra long WIP and waffles done, even if I do some on a Saturday and just do a longer one. But I don't think today will be it, because I would like to get a bath and be in my PJs and all snuggled up before it gets to midnight. So yeah, but I thought any WIP and waffle is better than none. I've not done any of the videos for next week yet. I'm hoping to fit in the couple that are needed for the beginning of the week, to fit those in at some point tomorrow. Depends how much launch prep I can put on Megan, and then hopefully I'll be able to get back into a video-ish schedule next week once all orders have gone out. So if things seem a little bit intermittent in between, then that's why. But I do have videos noted down, so hopefully I will still be able to get as many. If not, I think I'm just going to stick to making sure WIP and waffles are done, and the rest will potentially flow afterwards. And this is a very confetti painting, so I am just doing a huge scan for any that have been missed. I can't see any, but I have zero doubt that I will find some later. That is the way it goes with this one. So yeah, we'll see how much we get done. Thank you all so much for your launch orders. We really, really appreciate them. It is a very busy time for us of the month, but it can also be a very nervous time. Have we printed enough? Have we printed too many? Are our numbers right this month? Yeah, are the new products things that you guys want? It's all those questions that we constantly ask ourselves. So yeah, we really appreciate your support with that, and with the Advent as well, actually. We do still have the pre-order open for the Advent. I am hoping to do a video dedicated to it and actually sort of not so much show you what's in any of the bags, but show you the Advent calendar, because we do have one sort of ready to go, albeit one of the items needs trading when it's fixed, needs switching out. But yeah, hopefully I can get that video done at some point. I also am going to do a June montage of the waffle of everything that everybody's completed. So thank you to everybody that's put pictures on Facebook for that. Okay, these ABs and this putty is not working today, though my putty is very old. So it could be that. Maybe I should have changed out my putty. I'm nudging these ABs in, but I'm not using the tip of my pen with my glue dot in. I'm actually using the edge of the pen just to push it in like I potentially would with a pair of tweezers or something. Yeah, so I'm hoping to get that up, but I am here. It has just been extremely busy in the background, and June Waffle takes quite a bit. It's a lot of YouTube every single day, and then sometimes getting back into it after taking a week off from YouTube, which doesn't always feel like a week off. So by the time I've got it up, in effect, I should already have filmed and have prepared the next week's. So I don't particularly get a full week off when I say I'm taking 1 week off YouTube, which is why it's ended up being more like a week and a half. Excuse me, because that does end up a bit more like a full week for me. A week and a half off YouTube means I don't need to film during 1 week, just because of the time of the week that June Waffle ended. But yeah, everybody seemed to have fun during the waffle. Everybody seemed to get loads of diamond painting done, and I did get a diamond painting done, so I'm happy. I have been quilting a little bit in the background, but to be honest, I've not had loads of time for that either. It's probably just taken I've probably been able to have the time that it would have taken me for maybe to finish this first row is what I've taken doing quilting instead. I do have my first quilt top. Woohoo! But I have no backing fabric and no idea of what pattern I want to quilt on it yet. So I've paused that one. But yeah, me and hubby are actually going to the NEC at the beginning of August. There is a quilt place, what's it called? What's it called? Because I cannot remember now. Festival of Quilts, that's what it's called. Festival of Quilts. So we're going, and I'm going to get loads and loads of different fabric, I think, for doing future projects, because that's my problem. I have Hobbycraft that I can go and actually look at fabrics, and no other real places. There is somewhere about 3/4 of an hour, half an hour from us, that I tried to go once and they were shut. They were shut for their holiday, which, you know, inconvenient, but I suppose they're allowed. And I just haven't had chance to go back since. It's not somewhere that's open on a Sunday. It's only open on a Saturday. So yeah, I'm quite excited to go and sort of get myself a little bit of a stock of stuff that I might want, because Hobbycraft doesn't have as many pretty fabrics. They have fabrics for multiple different uses, not just quilting. So yeah, anyway, we've had 11 minutes and I've waffled on about my week so far. So let's go to comments, etc. on the June waffle. And as I say, I'll get some longer ones in on future weeks so that I can get caught up. And actually, I'm really close to finishing this colour. So let's get this AB down. Got them all, and let's switch out. Managed to drop a couple. Let's get this switched out and get my next colour ready. So I want the purple question mark. There it is. Pop my AB pen away for a minute. So yeah, Doro B. Punk, she says she's had a bit more of a lazy day these days. She said, but she did get to spend a little me time with other bits that weren't diamond painting. Which sometimes that is just the way it is. Sometimes you're in the mood for diamond painting and have the time for diamond painting. Sometimes you're not and you don't. But, you know, some of us tend to go a bit more full force into a hobby. Some of us have quite a few different hobbies. And it is a matter of trying to fit in sort of what we're in the mood for. And if it's something that's not diamond painting, whether it be a time constraint or whether it just be a desire, at that point it's all good, as long as you're getting that little bit of me time, and long may it continue. Even if you just say, okay, it's going to be whenever I watch a WIP and Waffle, I'm going to take some me time. And whether you diamond paint along with me or whether you do something else that's not the likes of cleaning, then so be it. Make sure that you enjoy it. I have taken, well, probably taken quite a bit of me time today, considering it's nails and eyebrows and out for lunch. Even though I don't necessarily consider those things. I consider those maintenance, which maintenance isn't always a me time thing. I enjoy when they're done. I don't necessarily want to go out to get them done, but I enjoy when they're done. But yeah, I'll definitely be having a bit of me time later when I go and have a nice hot bath, because even though it is summer, it is raining again today. We had one nice day last week. I think one day could have classed as summer last week, and the rest have been pretty darn miserable. Carrie, she says, hi Rebecca, or she says, happy anniversary. Can anybody tell what date I'm up to on the June waffle? I definitely need to do some longer waffles. She says, weather where she lives in Duluth, Minnesota, she said is like that. She says all over the place. It's not a fun sort of weather pattern to be in, is it really? She says they've been known in the summer to drop from 80 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 26 degrees Celsius, to 40 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 4 degrees Celsius. Flipping heck. As soon as those conversions come up, I'm like, oh my goodness me, they make more sense. She says they've been known to drop from those in minutes. She says she's down to one row left of her diamond painting. So 6 sections. And she's so excited to see it finished. She already knows where it's going to hang once it's framed. And sometimes I find that doing paintings like that, it gives an extra level of enjoyment. So I enjoy the process. I enjoy the switching off process. I'm definitely going to be, now I've got my first quilt top done, which was my sort of goal and my drive and my want to get it done. I actually already know in my head that I will be throttling back a bit more now with quilting. I think I'm still going to continue to do it. I want to do hubby a quilt because he's not pinching mine, basically. And there's a couple of babies in the family that I want to do one for. And I'm doing my daughter one as well. But I know it's going to be a more slow process for the moment. And then I'll have a little spurt once I've got my background fabric to be able to finish my quilt. But I know it's going to be more of a spit and spurt hobby, if that makes sense. Whereas diamond painting is more of my consistent switch off, don't have to think the same hobby. It's a different type of hobby. So I am hoping that now my initial spurt has happened, that I can get some more diamond painting in, because I have so many exciting diamond paintings that I am itching to do. I am also absolutely loving this one. In the, what are we on, 18 minutes or so, just under 20 minutes that I have been doing this painting, after not doing any since I finished Artist Room. So I've not done any for the past week. Yeah, I'm like, I've missed it. I've missed it more so than I necessarily thought. I think the June waffle was filling in that bug for me a little bit. And it is making me like, well, why have I not just picked this up one of the nights this week and just switched off while doing it? It's like I've forgotten what it's like. This is also squares as well. So there's, that side of things with squares where it's like, it's different to rounds. And they both have their pluses and minuses. I do really enjoy doing a round painting after doing, a square painting. Like, I enjoy the mixture of the two. But I think because it has been pretty much, well, it must have been at least a month, and I haven't done a square painting at all in that month. Not even a paint gem. Not even a paint gem mini has been touched in a month. That it's like, yeah, I do miss it. So we shall see. By next Sunday, or next Sunday's WIP and Waffle, which hopefully will be filmed at some point this week, you guys will get to see whether I've actually managed to get some evenings in diamond painting, because that's when I tend to diamond paint, is the evening. I think sometimes I got more done when I was working my other job. Well, I know I did, in the fact that I work more hours now than I used to, but more enjoyable hours. But if I had a training day or something at work, and therefore had training over the internet, quite a lot of the times they'd do a training day on the internet, over Teams, if anybody knows that joyful sound. I'd love it, because I'd just spend the whole day diamond painting, and I'd actually take in the training so much better while doing that as well. So I used to get loads done when I had a few days of training that needed to be taken. I kind of miss those days where I could just sit and diamond paint all day. Maybe I'll try and fit one of those in as well. We shall see. So she's also said, Carrie says she's trying to get as much diamond painting done as she can before her surgery in July, because then she won't be able to do any for a while. Because she'll have to keep her foot elevated above heart level for quite a while to relieve any swelling or pain. So she'll be using my videos to give her some diamond painting during that time. She said, so if you suddenly get a hit of someone binge watching your videos, she says around July 16th, it might be me. Well, you are more than welcome to binge watch, Carrie. If there's any playlists that I can create for you, do let me know, because your surgery is in a few days. So I bet you never thought when you left that comment a month ago, just short of a month ago, that it would take this long for me to read it out. Well, it's exactly a month from when this video goes live, from when you left that comment. So yeah, do let me know if I can create any playlists for you or anything, or just create one yourself on YouTube, and then you can just get it watching. If you keep a logbook, or you've got a logbook, or you want to keep a logbook but it's a big task because you've done quite a few paintings and maybe you want to include your past paintings in it, this might be the ideal time to do that, because it's diamond painting related, but it's not actually diamond painting. It's something you can do with your foot elevated. That might be an idea to do. Give something like that a go. Right, let me find my next arrow. But yeah, all the best for next week. Jess, she says, that's a good tip to convert between Celsius and Fahrenheit. She says she usually asks Siri. Yes, somebody did put the conversion for Celsius to Fahrenheit. I can't remember what it was. I will say that. If I don't use something on a regular basis, it's like it doesn't quite sink in and stay there. So I'm only now, after doing my logbook for quite a while, and quite a few months of having to figure out how many diamonds are on a certain size and knowing the equation to use, I am only just now getting to the point where I can potentially do that without having to look it up. But Celsius to Fahrenheit, it'd take quite a few more. I am very blessed that most people with their comments do leave both, which is really, really helpful. I just spotted one of these I missed. So let's just do a dive. I'm missing my trays already. I'm not missing the fact that I have more space on my desk for pushing my diamond painting back and giving me room to move. But I am missing just being able to grab a tray when I miss something. There's pluses and minuses. Jess also says she recommends keeping a tape runner handy. She says for those occasional naughty labels that keep coming off. She said, how is it already day 14? How is it already day 14? Day 14, well, it's a month ago. But yes, June Waffle did seem to go both fast and slow at the same time. It did seem to last a nice length of time, but then all of a sudden it was the end of June. It's one of those weird things that time does every now and then, where it feels like it's going both fast and slow, all at the same time, just to confuse us all. And I think I've just spotted a couple of question marks I've missed. This is one of those paintings. I have already noticed that. When I did this first big section, I think there was quite a lot that I had to go back on. And I think I might have to teach myself with this one to not be as precious about the ones I miss and maybe try and leave them, which to me is quite frightening and possibly will not happen. But maybe I should test myself to see if I can actually leave them until I peel the next section back and do it along with that. I'm already thinking I could potentially fail at that one. Maybe I do need to do some more where I sort of grab a piece of cover paper, in fact the piece that I've taken off, and do a bit of one of my tips and tricks, like a bit of a just look at that section. No, okay, I'm good. Right, now continue up and keep pulling that back and checking whether I'm getting all of them, because while there are sometimes decent chunks of them, there are of course very scattered in places as well, which is what makes this image so stunning. And what makes it nice and different to Artist Room that I've just finished as well. I love the variety, but it does also take a lot longer because I'm not using the multiplacer anywhere near as much. There's another one that I've missed. I'm not using the multiplacer anywhere near as much, and it's very bitty. There is a lot of missing ones and then having to go back and fill them in. So if I now put that over half, I'm good, and then put it over the other half, which stops my eye wandering, and then I can actually see that I've missed a whole rook up here. It can just stop my eyes trying to wander too quickly to the rest of the painting because I've already checked that bottom half. I find it helps anyway, especially on one like this. I can't believe I never thought of the tape runner though, Jess, for sticking the labels on, because I have a tape runner in here. All my adhesive type stuff, apart from just my regular sticky tape, which is in the shop, all the rest of it is in here. So I would have had a sticky tape thing here. I just didn't, all I thought was using like tape you use to wrap presents, which is in the shop. That's the only tape I actually thought about using. And I could have used a tape runner, as in made the stickers more sticky type tape runner that I use in my logbook, or even double-sided tape. I probably could have used that and it would have come off again. Anyway, Melissa, she says, thank you for your insight, she says, into the Josephine Wall discussion. She says she apologises for forgetting to specify which company has issues. She says the one with Diamond Art, she says, has the blank canvas and the poured glue. She says, to her understanding, it's like a mystery painting, all white with symbols, but no image or colour. She says she believes it would still come with a legend or a sticker sheet, as many other companies would provide, and of course the ledger on the side of the canvas. She says she does understand that I have many other projects in the queue that need your attention. She said she mainly wanted my thoughts on which negative I would prefer. So it was between one with double-sided tape and with symbols like this, or poured glue and black and white symbols. So yeah, she wanted my thoughts on which of those negatives I'd prefer. I think I'd prefer personally the poured glue over the double-sided tape. I think is my primary one, but I would definitely take an all black and white with no colour on it. I've heard it can give some people headaches. I would take that in a lot smaller sections, a bit like I do with my Heaven and Earth design. My Heaven and Earth design is a lot smaller sections than I do on any other, especially if it's high colour and complicated. But a lot of it would depend on how it affects you. I say it can give some people headaches, so maybe if it is something that gives you headaches, then definitely smaller sections. I may find that actually once I get going on it, black and white actually looks really good. So who knows? She says she's loving the June waffle. She watches it as soon as she gets home from work. She has to tell her daughter to shush and leave her be, so she can watch her show. She said she's a very good sport most of the time. Bless. Absolutely love it. I'm watching my show. Leave me alone. Coming in here and doing this whip and waffle is my sort of chill show time at the moment. Hubby's watching something that I am so not interested in. And frankly, if I wasn't coming in and doing this whip and waffle, I would either be sat on my phone forgetting how much, you know, I enjoy pulling out and diamond painting for a little bit each day, or actually coming in and diamond painting on my own anyway. So I may as well come in, diamond paint, chat to you guys for a shorter whip and waffle, but at least there will be a whip and waffle for you all for the Sunday, because it has been too long, quite frankly. And I think I've said it before, I just need another 12 hours in the day would be really nice. And then, you know, I could do an hour or two whip and waffle each day and still, you know, keep the house clean and everything else. I was going to try and do a bit of filming last Sunday, and oh no, the house was driving me up the wall. So there's a lot of us, there's 6 of us in this house, and others do help. Don't get me wrong, they all do things around the house and they all help, but you know when you just need the house done from top to bottom. Not just this has been done today, that'll get done tomorrow. By then, you know, whatever you did on day one is starting to look a little bit less tidy than it was. I just needed to do a full sweep through the house. You can't tell now, but I felt so much better last week for it, and I got so much more done at the beginning of last week. Then things just went a bit pear-shaped and I was chasing my tail, but it helped for the beginning of the week. Kaz, she says, hi Rebecca. She says she hopes that I'm keeping well. She says she's made a few purchases. She's ordered a turquoise and white tray from me. She's also ordered a mini dazzler set from and a 4-placer from Diamond Art Club. Well, I am sure you'll love the 4-placer. I love mine. I could do with putting some new putty in it. because it has also been a while since I used it. And the bulk of what I was using it on throughout June was also round diamonds, which do sit a little bit different to square diamonds because, of course, of the size. So I think I need to sort of switch out my putty, which is no shame because then I get to pick another nice new scent to switch out to. Yeah, I need to switch out my putty and, of course, find a section that I might be able to use it a little bit more on, because this painting is very confetti and a lot of lines going this way. If I turned the diamond painting on its side, I would probably have more opportunities to multi-place. But anyway, we're all good. Right, do we have any down there? No, I'm just seeing all the other symbols that I missed, but we'll get those later. It does get easier as I go along as well. The symbols are getting a lot less now, so it's getting a bit easier. Brianne, she says, hi Rebecca. She says, since she was like 3 days behind, she said she's had me playing on her phone as she goes about doing chores this evening. Gotta love those nightly chores, do you not? Oh, I've got another AB. Let me get my AB pen out again. She says, and then she finally sat down to diamond paint a bit as she got into this video. She says her younger son was sat beside her and heard me say that I was using the pen that they made, and he got so excited. Oh, bless him. I love the pens that you guys made me. I've got 3 of them and they're amazing. She said, it's been a bit since they've played with clay. She says, so it might give him the bug again. Sorry if that becomes a pain project for him to get a bug for again. I know sometimes you have these fun projects that you do with kids and you absolutely love it, but like they're time consuming and the clean up and all the rest of it. And sometimes they get this bug to do it again when you just like, I really don't want to do it again. So apologies if he's had the bug at that time. She says, good thing it's the weekend. She says, so maybe we can fit in an extra craft project. Doing craft projects are great with kids, but there are some craft projects that you're like, I want this to be a one and only and no more. Hopefully that's not it. She said it's a fun way to make all those basic pens, she says, that come in a toolkit a little bit extra special. I think that was a mist diamond. She says they've also made pen rests so that her pen doesn't roll off her desk when she sets it down, which is probably an extremely good thing, because if it's anything like my pens, if they're going to roll, they will hit the hard floor. They will not hit the soft rug. They will hit the hard floor every single time. She said they've made magnets and little bins for trash drills or spare coins as well. Whatever their minds can think of, she says, as they're playing. It's just the basic little blocks of clay that you get at the craft store. And once you shape your item, she says you bake it in the oven for a bit. And then she likes to seal it with like a Minwax polycrylic or something. She said it's a fun time with my boys. Oh, good. It sounds like it's a craft that you don't mind them wanting to do, so that's good. She says she's sorry for the long comments. She said I guess it was her turn to waffle a bit. Since it's been a while, she says, as she can't comment when she streams on her TV. Which, yeah, sometimes if you're streaming on the TV, I know hubby's often picked up his phone and it's like, are you watching this? And he's like, yeah, I'm just commenting to it. So he comments on the video on his phone while he's watching it on the TV. I don't know quite how he manages to do both, but anyway. we'll leave them to it. I tend to watch YouTube on my phone more than anything. But that's also partly because I can't be bothered getting my tablet out. When I'm in the mood to watch YouTube, quite often I'm sat down already. So I just go for my phone because it's there and it's easier. She says she's really enjoying this year's event and thanks so much for all you do for us. Oh, you're so welcome. She's also commented on a different video, but of course I read these comments out in the order that they're placed. She says she's just caught up to the current video. She says, I was using the pen on the 14th that was inspired by Zesty Wolf. Yes, absolutely love the colours of Zesty Wolf, so very much an enjoyed pen. Little Sue Crafts, she says, hi Rebecca. She says, wow. She says, that is a lot of pens. Yes, I do have a pen addiction and I am not going to stop. She says she has 7 Diamond Art Club pens as she wanted one of each of the colours. And 9 thick pens. She says 3 of them are her daughter's. She says she'd love to get more from small shops, but she's set herself that she's allowed 1 new pen every 6 months. Sometimes, depending on what it is, you can set yourself a limit. Some of us have a love for different things and things we're willing to spend that bit more on. Pens and trays are mine, just because they make me smile every time I go to use them. Oh, and of course cover paper. Like, I know I don't have to maybe have easier access to it than you guys, but yeah, I absolutely love being able to change up those. And pens was definitely an addiction even before we started stocking some, and I still do occasionally treat myself to other ones as well, especially the hand-turned pens, which are probably, well, they are definitely more expensive, but they are my lovely little treats that I get to enjoy. What we're doing in the craft house, says hi Rebecca. She says she thinks that I have gotten her addicted to glue dots. At least it's glue dots and not glue sniffing. That was my first thought then when I read that. At least it's not glue sniffing. That's not good for you. Don't go doing that. She says, hope that we're well and the family is okay. Yes, we are all good, good, good. Thank you. And I think I've just spotted, is that one of the ones that I actually held the cover paper up for as well? Oh my goodness me. Right, let me fill some of these gaps. Monique, she says, hi all the zesty people. She says she wishes everyone an excellent day. Yes, everybody have an excellent day, an excellent Sunday. Whether you're at the beginning or at the end, make sure it is excellent. Okay, now I'm wondering if this one is actually one that I have even done and missed, or whether I've not actually done the question mark symbol, because I feel like that was far too many for just having missed some. And I'm wondering if it's just a symbol that I've looked at when getting hold of another one. Aaliyah says she's watching the video from the 10th on the 15th, sat in her car. Anywhere works. We have these mobile phones now that allow us to enjoy things wherever we are. So hello to you and your car, Aaliyah. Oh, I nearly missed one. I've just spotted one stuck in the middle there, in between a couple. Oh, and 2 more at the top. Oh my goodness me. 2 more up there. I thought I was past the point of needing the cover paper, but maybe I'm not. Mysterious Days says she can't believe that we're halfway through June. She's working on Cosmic Trip, and she is on her last section for the 4th row that she's done. She says it's definitely a kit that she is enjoying doing more in spurts, and then switching to another kit for a while. So she does a spurt of Cosmic Trip and then switches. She says so she can spread out the enjoyment as much as possible. That's so true. We do get some kits that are just so enjoyable that it's like, actually, I do like spreading this out. The mystery one that I did, I actually spread that one out for quite a while. Just because I enjoyed enjoying parts of the image that had come apparent, but not quite wanting to get to the point where I knew what the whole image was and then having to stop. I did very much enjoy doing that in spurts. She says while she is doing that, she says she hopes to finish by the end of 2024 or early 2025. She said it's nice to have. She says, though framing it will be expensive, she said it is, she does want to hang it up. You could do very similar to what I did for White Christmas and put it on the bars across the top and the bottom. That doesn't cost as much. I actually have another set of bars. I'm not sure if it was Cosmic Trip that I picked it up for, or whether it was the mystery painting, or whether it was a completely different painting. But I do actually have another set of those bars, and I've not quite decided what painting is going to get them, because I do want to hang at least one more up in my craft room, ideally. But it's not a project that I have got to the front of my mental list yet to actually get it done. She said Diamond Art Club's rose scented putty arrived. She said, and after trying it, she says she loves it. She said it's sticky, but it's not too sticky. It's pleasantly scented, she says, and the pink colour just makes her happy, as it's her favourite colour. I like the fact you have something that just makes you happy because of the colour. She says she also ordered Pumpkin by Kuching Quill. I have no idea how to pronounce that name. That was well and truly hashed. As her first kit was Paint by the Moon. With her love of Halloween, she said it was a have to buy. She says add in a $50 discount from Point, she says, including shipping. She only paid $27 in total. Absolute bargain. Oh, there's one there that I've just missed from the one that I've done. Oh my giddy aunt. Right, I'm doing this one first. That is a good bargain. I mean, even if you have ended up with it from doing earlier purchases, it's still always nice to get sort of like a reward back with points and things. We did that with Lego once. Points from Diamond Art Club don't work out quite as well for me, or at least I don't find that they do. I think maybe it's just due to paying shipping anyway, but it definitely worked with Lego. Oh, found another AB. There's quite a few ABs in this kit, and I keep forgetting what are ABs because, of course, I've not done this for a bit. Oh, Mysterious Day, she says, what if you do stash kits, stash videos, but in the form of yearly updates instead? Just do a video on all the kits that you bought or have added to your stash in, say, 2024, and maybe a Paint Gem stash / mega show off of all your completed Paint Gems. Those are both very good ideas. Now I do have a video of sort of all my current stash. What I might try and do, and I've got my logbook to help me out now, because while I've not done this month's yet, it is something that I do keep on top of. I do still have it scheduled in on YouTube for this month, but I'm actually thinking we've got that far through the month, I might just do a double whammy and do the 2 months together. Yeah, and just concentrate on getting WIP and Waffles out and other ones. But I do like the idea of maybe having a video actually showing the physical paintings that I've completed in 2024, and then the physical paintings that I've added to my stash. And then maybe if people do still want to see more stash videos, then maybe I could just do, you know, one manufacturer or something. But yeah, it'd be kind of nice to have sort of a review of everything that I've added throughout the year. So that's a good idea. Pinky says it's nice to be able to come here again. She says she hasn't done diamond painting in a while due to health. Oh. And she says she's trying to calm her husband down. He's struggling with extreme anxiety and depression. But she's looking forward to doing diamond painting again, as it's been over 2 months. She says she hopes me and the family are well. She says the last time she thinks she commented was around Christmas or New Year. She says she knows it's been a while. She says, but she hopes we're well. Oh, thank you so much. Yes, we are. You make sure that you are taking care of you and yours. And do try and get your diamond painting in, because it will help you, and then in turn you can help your hubby. It also maybe see if it's something he'd entertain as something to try. Diamond painting has been shown to be very good for sort of anxiety and things. You can switch off your brain a little bit more. It's just because it's a soothing sort of repetitive thing. If you can find, if you've got a small one that won't overwhelm him too much to start off with, maybe see if he'll give it a go, and see if it helps him. And it can be something then that you can do together, and you can enjoy your hobby a bit more again as well. Right, that section actually, well, it possibly took as much time as I thought it would. I wasn't sure how long this video was going to be, but I think it's worked out sort of the right amount of time for me to go and think about running my bath. But we have a section, first section on camera of this one. So let's see, maybe how far do we think I'm going to get for the next one. Then again, it could be a while before I get to the comments saying what you've guessed, and I'll have forgotten by then. But yeah, I'll see if I can get some more of this finished throughout the week. It's all got cover paper on already. But yeah, this will be our Sunday WIP and Waffle, and hopefully the next one I can do it a bit longer. Now I've realised quite how much I've missed it. But anyway, thank you all so much for your support, for being here for June Waffle, for missing me, and also your support when I did take a bit of time off. But yeah, I'm back. I'm going to prioritise WIP and Waffles, and then hopefully we'll still be able to get some more in as well. I just don't want to promise while it's our very busy time of year. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll speak to you all again soon.